Right, hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a player ratings. Now, firstly, my quick review on the game. 0-0. It was important we didn't lose that. We played well, in my opinion. We couldn't get that finishing touch, but it wasn't going to be easy. Burnley sat back for 90 minutes. You just know we're the ones that are going to get the blame for that being a 0-0 as well online. You just know that's going to be the case. Burnley sat back, we attacked. We got a good goal, but it was ruled off for offside, but that was promising, the header. But overall, bit could have been better, but it was an encouraging result, to say the least, and our first clean sheet. Right, player ratings. Sam Johnson only gave him a 7.5. He was good. He made some key saves, and he saved two brilliant chances for Burnley, to their strongest chances. He was fantastic. I don't know what he has to do to get some respect of our fans, to be honest. It's infuriating, in my opinion, the abuse he can get. He was fantastic today. Townsend, 7. Now, Townsend's one of those where Gibbo is naturally a more gifted player at Townsend. Work ethic, his drive and his wanting to do well is brilliant. He played well. He managed to handle the threat of their running wingers, and he played well. He did play well. Ivanovic was my man of the match, and him a 9.5. First game, first clean sheet. He was everywhere. He was fantastic. He looked exactly what our defence has been looking for a very long time. He was big in the air. He was fit. That was an important thing. Everyone questioned that because of his age, but he didn't look out of shape at all. He was first to everything. He was bossy. We need that. He was a leader. He was absolutely fantastic, and at my man of the match by a mile. Higazi gave him an 8. First game back, clean sheet, defended well, managed to hold off Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes quite well. Strong in the air, a couple of minor mishaps, but he was excellent. Darnell Furlong, 7.5. Fantastic. He was up and down, Darnell, in my opinion, was brilliant, because he brings an attacking threat that we struggle with at Dara. And don't get me wrong, I love Dara. Darnell adds something different, and I think he was good. Conor Gallagher, 8.5. He was brilliant for his debut. He was. I mean, I'm a big fan of Sawyers, but Sawyers slows the game down. And what Conor Gallagher did was he kept it up to pace. He was the perfect box-to-box midfielder. He was defending well and he was attacking dangerously. He was all over the place. He put in some good tackles and he delivered some good attacking crosses as well. Conor Gallagher looks like he has a bright future, and I'm glad that we've got him this season. Livermore, 8. Now, I love the guy. He's our captain, and you know what? He was fantastic because he bosses people around. He's all over the pitch. He loves the club. He is desperate to be the one that makes West Bromwich Albion a Premier League club permanent. He's arguably the best since Brunty. Definitely the best captain we've ever had. Because I think what he does is you can tell he cares. And he was all over the pitch. He was shouting, because I was watching it. I was illegally streaming it, so you got none of that backing noise. He was shouting all over the pitch. He was giving orders. He was demanding. He was everything about him. He was perfect. So he wasn't my man of the match, because we've seen him do it consistently. My better players were on debuts or returns, but I don't think Livermore did much wrong. Now to our attacking players. We've got Grady, I'm going to give an 8. He was good. He was causing problems. It was quite clear Burnley's plan were to try and snuff Grady and Pereira out of the game, because they didn't seem too much of them, but when they did, they made it really, really difficult for the Burnley defenders. And to be honest, I wasn't too surprised when I saw Burnley were putting extra men on those two, because they were whenever they were cutting through, they were causing havoc. And Grady had a great chance. I mean, I'd like to say as well, Nick Pope should be England's number one. He kept Burnley in that game. He could have put 4 past him if it wasn't for him. Nick Pope should be ahead of Jordan Pickford, especially after what I've seen from today. But Grady, I'm going to give him an 8. Pereira, same, for pretty much the same reasons. I'm going to give him an 8. Burnley had put a lot of time and effort into making sure those two were as out of the game as possible. Whenever Pereira was in it, he was doing well. His crosses lacked a little bit. So actually I might give him a 7.5 because his crosses were a bit weak, which by his standard, which isn't normal. But it was a bit unusual because it really does look like Burnley had took a lot of time and effort to make sure Pereira and Diangana weren't in that game in the slightest. Ivanovic. Now, Ivanovic, as you all know, is one of my favourites. Sorry about the camera shaking there, I just dropped something. Ivanovic, I'm going to give him a 7.5 to 8, somewhere in that region, because Ivanovic took a lot of fouls today, and I think that was because people could see how important he was to the link-up play between Grady and Pereira. Filip Ivanovic is he's almost like a cuff link between two pieces of shirt, where he's linking it all together and it's all working better because of him. I can see why Bilic wanted him back. Ivanovic smiling, he's all over the pitch. Ivanovic was fantastic. I think he can be critical this season. He controls the tempo of a game better than most of our players. And he plays the game at his pace. He does that fantastically. So, I'm going to give Ivanovic an 8. Grant, I'm going to give him let's go an 8. His goal was very well taken. It was offside, minimal as well. It was offside, but it was very minimal. But the header for the goal was fantastic. The delivery was good. The header was well taken, planted well. I can tell he's going to get us the goals that we require this season from the minutes that he had. He was a nuisance. He was strong against Tarkowski. It'll be interesting to see how he plays against a team like Brighton next week, because Brighton attack heavy, which means it plays into our hands better, and it also means that Grady and Pereira are likely to give him more chances. So I think we'll see Grant get a couple of goals in the coming weeks. I'm going to give Grant an 8. Subs, Phillips, we can't really say much. He got a yellow card, but he only played for 2 minutes. In fact, I might give him a 7. I might give him a 6.5 for the yellow, because the yellow was a tactical one. We needed it. It would have been heartbreaking if he conceded. He cut the play off, so good on him. Callum, 6. Couldn't do too much, didn't play that long. I love Robbo, and I hope he does get a few more goals this season. I think regardless of what happens, he'll be a player of ours next season. So I love Callum. And you could see as soon as he was on the pitch, he was lively. We do need that. Did we use another sub? Sawyers, that's it. 6.5. Didn't have too much to do again. Same as the other subs. Couldn't make much difference because we didn't have much time. Overall, could have won. A couple of things that need fixing, but overall, one of our better performances this season. Looked strong and looked like next week Brighton could play in our hands a little more. Next week's game against Brighton, who are attack heavy, it's going to give us a better idea of where we're going to stand with this sort of revamped side. I hope you enjoyed this player rating. I enjoyed recording it. Leave your comments down below where you agree, disagree. Any video ideas that, for me, let me know. Whilst I'm at it, I mentioned that I did magic in the previous one. I post a lot of magic and stuff on my Instagram and stuff, and my Twitter and my Facebook. So Facebook is FGV Magic and Instagram is FVWBA52. Go follow them. I post a lot of magic and you get to see a bit of what I do outside of my football life. Have a good day. I'll see you all soon. And up the baggies. Good result. We get moved forward. Bye bye.